All right, let's call a meeting to order. At this time, pledge of allegiance to the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the traditional flag, and allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one nation. Mr. Corral, could you lead us in prayer, please?
Yes, sir. Heavenly Father, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to be here today. Please give us the wisdom to make the best decisions for our students and our community. At this time, I would like to have a moment of silence in memory of our students and guide us in life. We pray.
Ms. Valdez, do we have any public audience? No public audience. All right, we'll do a B1 recognition of the Board Appreciation Month.
Good evening, Mr. Board President, members of the board, community. As we gather here tonight, I want to take a moment to recognize and celebrate an extraordinary group of individuals who are the backbone of our district's success. Our Progreso ISD Board of Trustees. January is Board Appreciation Month, and it is a perfect opportunity for us to pause and express our deepest gratitude for the tireless dedication, leadership, and commitment you bring to our district every single day. Being a school board member is not an easy job. It requires countless hours of reviewing policies, analyzing budgets, and making decisions that impact the lives of our students, staff, and families. And yet, you do all of this with a servant's heart, a deep sense of purpose, and an unwavering focus on ensuring that every child in our district has the opportunity to succeed. Your vision and guidance have been instrumental in shaping the future of Progreso ISD. Whether it's supporting initiatives to improve academic performance, investing in our facilities, or prioritizing the safety and well-being of our students and staff, your leadership ensures that we continue to move forward, even in the face of challenges. On behalf of the students, teachers, staff, and families of Progreso ISD, I want to say thank you. Thank you for your time, your dedication, and your heart. We are grateful for your service and for the countless ways you continue to make a difference in the lives of others. Thank you for believing in the power of education to transform lives. Together, we will continue to build a brighter future for Progreso ISD. Thank you, and God bless you. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause, please. And we have a video, please. Once again, thank you very much for everything that you do. At this time, we will continue with the celebration, and I'll pass it on to the high school for a round of applause to our principal, Ms. Aguilar.
Good evening, everyone. School board members are guardians of the public trust. They put the interest of the community use first. Through the policies they make, school board members are ultimately responsible for the success of local public education. We are extremely blessed to have great school board members who not only put the success of students first, but we are blessed that we have board members who are servant leaders. Each one of you is always readily available to help out and contribute wherever needed. Your commitment to the success of our district is very evident, and your actions in providing for our students and staff is greatly appreciated. On behalf of everyone at Progreso High School Early College, we would like to thank you for your continued service to our students, staff, and community. At this time, we left a token of appreciation at your area. And at this time, we'd also like to give a special thank you to Mr. Juan J. Ramos Jr. for serving as our board president and one of our biggest Red Act supporters.
Thank you very much, ladies. And now we continue with DTMS. We have our principal, Ms. Molina. Let's give her a round of applause.
Good evening, members of the board. First of all, I would like to thank all of you on behalf of DTMS for your continued support, your commitment, your exceptional leadership. I know you make a lot of decisions every day that impact our students, and we have seen tremendous improvement in our school district, and we appreciate everything that you do. And we do have our student council president who will say a few words on behalf of the student council.
As the TNS Student Council President and on behalf of everyone in our school, I would like to take a moment to say thank you. As elected citizens, leaders, school board members face complex and demanding challenges as they advocate for the education of our students and the well-being of our staff. When school board members work is not done when they leave the boardroom. Our school board members come from all walks of life. There are local businessmen, secretaries, firefighters, lawmakers, and so much more. However, they take the time to attend numerous school functions and ensure our students are supported whether they're on the field, on the court, or on the stage. The time spent in the boardroom represents just a small fraction of the hours school board members invest in our districts. In recognition of their dedicated service, January is a designated school board recognition month. This is a time when our district and community can come together to show appreciation for the hardworking men and women serving on our local school board. We can grow a better understanding of the roles and responsibilities they have taken on as publicly elected officials who work tirelessly for Professor ISD students, staff, and community members. I hope you join us as we make a special emphasis of each board member. Thank you, and that their work has been noticed and truly appreciated.
Thank you, Natalie. And we want to give a special thanks to Mr. Martinez. Thank you, Mr. Martinez, and Mr. Garcia. A little something for everyone. For your notes.
Thank you very much, Ms. Molina. Now we have Progreso Elementary Principal, Ms. Garcia.
Hi, good afternoon. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you so much for all your hard work, dedication. Thank you for sharing the same vision that we share at campus level. Thank you for all the extra that you've done, especially for our front line of defense, which is our teachers and our staff. So for that, we're very, very appreciative. And here to share a very, very special message is my assistant for today, Ms. Brianna Ovalle.
Good afternoon. My name is Brianna White. I will be reading a poem dedicated to the school board members. A poem for the school board. Thank you for the work you do, for guiding us the whole year through. With thoughtful care and steady hands, you help us grow and understand. Through challenges that come our way, you find the light to guide the day. Admitting strong indecision, tough, you make sure we have enough. For every student's dream and goal, you play a vital leading role, with vision clear and chart the course, with wisdom, patience, and great force. We thank you for your time and heart, for always playing your own part. Together we continue to soar, with gratitude for all you do and more. So here's our thanks, both loud and true, for all the work you see us through. The future bright, we hold it near, because of you we have no fear.
We do have a special gift. We put a little something on everyone's table, and then we're going to recognize Ms. Yadira Flores and Ms. Acosta. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Garcia. And now we have Progreso Early Childhood's principal, Ms. Zuniga. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. President, members of the board. We want to say, on behalf of Progreso Early Childhood, we want to say thank you for your service and your continued support for our campus and the district. We had the privilege of having Ms. Martinez and Ms. Villarreal on campus last week. We do want to share with all of you a special message from our first graders, why they love being at Progreso Early Childhood and at this district. So we hope you enjoyed the small presentation from our first graders, and then we'll be following with some of my second graders that are joining me this afternoon. And we have Arabella McCormick and Joel Martinez that will be reciting a poem and presenting some tokens of appreciation to Ms. Martinez and Ms. Villarreal.
Hi, my name is Camila. I love that we get to learn and we always with our teachers. Hi, my name is Isaac Wahab. What I mostly like about school is math and science. My name is Angela Davila, and I really like about school is to read and to come here to school to be my friends. Hi, my name is Catalina, and I like science. It's my favorite thing to do at the end of the day, and I like my friends. I love competence centers, and church days is sometimes okay, but I like my friends, and I love my teacher, and she's so kind. That's it. Hola, mi nombre es Félix. A mí me gusta la escuela porque a mí me gusta la tarea y puedo ver a mis amigos y puedo hacer math y conce y todo. Hola, mi nombre es Aris. Me gusta la escuela porque hacemos centros y me gustan mis amigos cómo hacen su trabajo. My name is Chloe. I love the school and to learn and be with my friends. My name is Ricardo. I like school because I like playing with my friends and having fun here. Mi nombre es María y me gusta la escuela porque tengo amigos y aprendo matemáticas. Hola, mi nombre es Eduardo. Me gusta la escuela, también la lectura. Hi, my name is Valeria. I like this school because I have so many friends. I love the work. I love the tests. I love the math, the tests, and everything more. Hola, soy Daniela. Me gusta la escuela porque me gusta hacer mi trabajo en equipo. My name is Andrew, and I love school because I love to read books. My name is Austin, and I love school because I learn. Mi nombre es Esteban Hernández. A mí me gusta la escuela porque me gusta estudiar y mi materia favorita es Science porque leemos y pues, leemos en grupos. ¿Pues esto? Gracias. Thank you, leaders. Thank you, supervisor. Thank you, school. Thank you, members.
Ms. McCormick here, she's going to be reciting a mock poem. Thank you so much.
A heartfelt thank you to our school members for every decision, every choice you make, for every step you help us take. Your time, your efforts, and your care are woven into the dreams we share. Your work behind the scenes each day guiding us along the way. With each challenge that we face, your wisdom helps us find our place. From the big ideas to the small, you always give your very all. For students and teachers and staff alike, your dedication is a shining light. So here to you with thanks so true for all the things you help us do. Your support means more than words can say. We're grateful for you every single day.
And we something like a small token of appreciation to each one. We want to recognize Ms. Berenice Martinez. And we also have something that we'll be placing in Ms. Villarreal's area.
And now, on behalf of our administration, we have a small token of appreciation for every board member. Principals, can you join us with the students so we can take a picture with all board members?
All right, at this time, we're gonna be to district report, Mr. Cornell.
Yes, Mr. Board President, members of the board, I'm gonna start with an investment that we are almost finished. We spent about $45,000 in the field house project. We bought new equipment, we took some pictures. I'm gonna pass it around. This week, our maintenance department will be painting inside the field house. We should have it finalized by next week. Also, as you know, our soccer team got the championship at Sulphur Springs tournament over in Dallas, and also they got the championship in the Santa Maria tournament. Right now, the High School Sport magazine has Progreso as the #1 team in the state of Texas. I don't want to jinx it, but we hope to go to the state this year. As you may know, we started working on a strategic plan back in 2022. Last year, we made some modifications, but this year, we're going to start doing something a little bit different. We would like to invite the whole community, all stakeholders, obviously the board members, throughout this process so we can analyze the strategic plan from this point on for the next 5 years. I'll be contacting some consultants to start this process, and hopefully in the month of March, we're going to start with that. And I'll send you the invitation so you can be part of the meetings and trainings for the strategic plan. I see some people from the City of Progreso, Mayor, thank you very much for being here, and administration also will be invited, so that way we can work together to make sure that we have a plan where we work together, city and also district. Student recruitment, I was talking to the principals. Usually we would have the incoming sixth graders going to DTMS and incoming ninth graders going to the high school in May. But since our numbers are down and we want to recruit more students, we're going to start our videos and we're going to do a recruitment earlier. During the month of February, we will do the meeting with the parents. We're going to go visit those students that are going to IDEA or Westlaco to see what is it that they have already that we don't have, so we can start working on that. But we'll let you know. That way you can be part of those meetings as well. I have the work orders for the month. I also have Mr. George Lázaro here. He will be helping us out with the assessment of the stage at the auditorium for free. And I want to make sure that the camera is recording that. We're going to be doing the assessment this week and next week, but I invited him to come over to give you an update on the track and field.
Thank you, Mr. Coronado. Happy New Year to everybody. It's a pleasure to be here with you all this evening. For the record, George Lázaro. You all know me, but I'm glad to come to report to you that I know that we had some special meeting in December to try to get our projects going with respect to our track improvement project and our curb project. Well, we working together with Senator Gill and of course Mr. Hernandez. We got all the necessary paperwork to tell us instruction, and they mobilized, and I'm glad to report that they are moving dirt. They're going through the demolition procedure, and I actually came on site this morning. There was about 12 to 15 employees working diligently on the project. They're having to reduce the amount of soil so they can start working on installing the necessary drainage system and stabilization system to move forward. At the same time, they're forming with concrete curbs, so we're real satisfied with the work that is going on. Today, of course, despite it being overcast, and yes, we had some rain in the afternoon, they work, but it looks like the rest of the week's going to be okay, and we look forward to them to keep on going, and we'll keep on working with them to monitor their progress. And there has been some questions that have come up, and we've answered them diligently, but we can see that there's a real good faith effort on their part to try to complete this in 120 days so that it can be ready to graduation. That's my report, Rich, and I don't think anybody has any.
Any other questions from Ms. on the report?
When, for the auditorium, when will we have that report?
We're going to coordinate access as soon as we have a chance to go and review and evaluate what's there. It'll be myself, and we have a code compliance engineer that works in my office that will coordinate, and then we'll go there based on the Mr. Coronado assigns. And but once we do that, within a period of 48 to 72 hours after our business, after our inspection, we will have a formal report.
The assessment takes how long?
This is not a big, well, it's gonna probably take a couple of hours for us to be there, Mr. President, but then after that, we have to do a little write-up. So I anticipate 72-hour turnaround from the time that we come on site. So we'll have it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have one more item on my agenda, and that has to do with the ICE deportations. I know that it's been on the news, everyone is concerned about it. Now that the federal government gave access or the right for the ICE to go into churches and schools, parents might have some questions. I was talking to Ms. Alman about it right now, so I'll pass it on to her.
Yes, so at this point, it's fairly new, right? It's only been a week. There is a new executive order signed by President Trump. Legal is in the process of formulating a memo that we can distribute to our district. And additionally, coming into our district, meeting with administration, with principals, to provide guidance about what to do if and when ICE does show up. Our memo and our presentation should be ready within the next 24 to 48 hours, and then we're going to be in communication with Mr. Coronado about setting up a time when we can come in and meet with the administrators who are in charge of the designated campuses, and just giving them the protocols and the laws and best practices to follow if ICE does show up.
That's all I have.
Any other questions on this? Okay. All right, thank you, Bruno. At this time, we're gonna be discussion and adoption of the board resolution expressing the intention to persuade destination with district innovation and directing the administration to form a district level committee to explore areas of the innovation for PISD.
As I was explaining right now, since we're going through the process of creating the strategic plan and getting ready for ways to recruit more students, we're bringing this to you because we are going to start working on the calendars, and we're going to create a committee for the calendar, but also for the School of Innovation to see if we have any needs within the components of being a district of innovation. One of the things we're looking at is to start the school year, like the actual instructional days, before we're doing right now, because right now we're starting the third week of August, but IDEA is starting 2 weeks prior to that. So parents are sending the students to IDEA. One reason can be because they're starting earlier. If we start earlier in the game, we can also play with our calendars, give our teachers a break, a full break, if the committee decides to go that route. And I think that's also a strategy to try to keep our good teachers in group. That's why it's the SM incentive. So right now, the recommendation is to pass, so we can start the adoption.
Any questions, concerns?
This time, make a motion to approve the details presented by Mr. Coronado.
Second.
Garcia, motion second by Ms. Flores, all in favor, say aye. Aye, motion passed. At this time, we're gonna see one person high school targeted improvement plan.
Good evening. As you all are aware, Progreso High School has been designated as a school in need of support and improvement. With that being said, we have to submit a targeted improvement plan to TEA for the next 2 years. In conjunction, we've had various meetings with Region 1, and we've had one follow-up meeting with TA. And this is what we are proposing as our targeted plan of improvement. PISD PHS will, one, adopt Bluebonnet learning curriculum and monitor the fidelity of implementation of this such curriculum. Our strategy for school improvement is to purchase and implement Bluebonnet learning math curriculum and implement it with fidelity. The reason for math is because that's our targeted area. Also because our Bluebonnet curriculum that's the only curriculum that goes up to algebra. The curriculum that the state has for reading only goes up to 8th grade, so it wouldn't apply to the high school. We have already applied for the Strong Foundations implementation and the Strong Foundations Plus Strong Implementation and PLC support through the LASSO Cycle 3 grant opportunities from TEA to help fund the technical assistance in the implementation of the curriculum. We've been told that we will be notified in about 2 weeks whether we got the LASSO grant or not. But in talking to Region 1, they're telling us that it's more than likely going to happen, that we're like 95% sure we will get this grant. So with this grant, this is what we plan to purchase, which is the Bluebonnet learning curriculum. However, in talking to Mr. Coronado and various members of the administration team at central office, we are also committed that even if we do not get the grant, we are committed to send district and campus leaders to product training, and we'll train our teachers. We'll implement observations, feedback, and POC structures to ensure weekly calibrated observations for all teachers, action-oriented feedback within 48 hours, and at least 50% of our POC time will be focused on internalizing the curriculum. The strong foundations implementation provides direct funds for technical and assistance support, instructional materials, high-quality professional learning for teachers. And what we like about this is that it doesn't only provide training for teachers, it's going to provide training for school leaders and for district leaders. So it's not just the teachers who are going to get this training, it will be all the administrators. That way, when we do go into the classroom, we know what we're supposed to be looking for, not just the teachers getting the training. And we'll also provide the classroom observation and feedback. The PLC component of it will provide professional learning communities. Professional learning communities is, for example, you get all the math teachers together and they plan and they organize and they set up the curriculum across, not just in one grade level. It'll go across all grade levels. Ongoing PLC focused on internalizing curriculum and materials. Through this grant, we'll be able to designate one POC facilitator on campus, which really helps because that person will just be in charge of making sure that the curriculum is implemented, that the teachers are planning, and that we're going in to do the observations. And it will also help us in submitting all required data as requested by TA. If you look on the next page, a little bit of a synopsis of Bluebonnet Learning. Bluebonnet Learning is a state-developed instructional material that provides teachers with tools to foster student success, was developed using the latest cognitive science, over 100% of the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills, and what we really, really like about this is that it covers 100% of the ELFs. The ELFs is what we use to help all our students who are learning, who are emergent bilingual students who are learning English. English is their second language. It provides a full suite of resources, including scope and sequence, daily lesson plans, and student materials. Has instructional materials that are designated to be high quality, suitable, and grade level appropriate. Bluebonnet Learning instructional materials have been approved through the instructional materials review and approval process by the State Board of Education. All Bluebonnet Learning materials will be ready for use by students and teachers starting in the 2025-2026 school year. The other thing that we like about Bluebonnet Learning is that it's developed by TA. And one area that, or one specific outcome that we found when we did our audit reviews is that the state creates the STAR test, but then it leaves it up to each district to figure out what curriculum they want to use. So a lot of times the curriculum is not aligned to the test because it's made by two different entities. However, Bluebonnet curriculum is developed by TA, so it's already aligned to the STAR test. So that saves us a lot of time in having to figure out which lesson is going to help us on STAR, which one we need to take out, which one we need to sit down and review, and so forth. This one is already aligned completely to the test. So that's one of the other reasons why we're thinking of, or the reason why we want to implement the Bluebonnet curriculum as part of our strategic plan. Any questions?
I understood it was for math, but it's
Yes.
for all the core subjects or just math?
This time it's just for math. The ELA, Bluebonnet is only for math and ELA, but the ELA component only goes up to 8th grade. So that was I only do with the high school. So once they develop the high school component of it, we're thinking of just going ahead and adopting it into ELA. The other good thing about this is if we get the grant, we don't have to pay anything. The grant will cover everything for it, which is awesome because, as you know, we're struggling with our funds and stretching our dollar spend. So this will help us completely. And like I say, in talking to Region 1 and having conversations with TA, we are about 95% sure that we will get the grant, which would be awesome.
I mean, if we're gonna get the LASSO grant, I mean, might as well just get the ELA.
Well, the ELA, that's something, that we need to look at.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
For
I
the
mean, if
lower
there's
grade
gonna be
levels.
no cost, like,
The other thing that, we're gonna do Bluebonnet at the high school level. And eventually, my understanding is we're gonna bring it down to all the other grade levels. That way we'll be aligned. with the district.
Another question, you
Uh-huh.
said 25 and 26, right? It's gonna be implemented next year. So what are we gonna do in the meantime? And that goes to you, Mr. Bruno. Because I know that, what resources they're gonna use? We still have a whole semester left, so
So right now, we're using supplemental materials that, I've had and the teachers got throughout this year. We're getting the help from Region One as well. The fact that Region One has been our base going through this process. So they've been here, doing walkthroughs, talking to teachers, talking to administration. They're feeling the pressure, and we are focusing on the delivery of instruction for those walkthroughs.
So we do have, Region One has come in and they've given us, training as far as the administrative team. And they've done walkthroughs with us as well, so we can calibrate our observations. What are we looking at, what do we see so far? The other thing is we still have Sharon Wells, and Sharon Wells goes from, I believe it's second grade, third grade? All the way, now it has Algebra 1 component. So we've been using that Sharon Wells component up to now. The only reason why we're not going to continue with Sharon Wells is when the TA and Region 1 did our curriculum audit. They realized and they gave us the feedback that Sharon Wells is awesome to get the kids to pass, but not to get to the meets and masters, which is where we're kind of missing the mark and we're staying behind from the state average and the regional average. So that's why, Sharon Wells is awesome to get us to pass, but we want to take it to that next level.
we want the points.
Right, exactly. The 1 and 2 points.
Yes. Mr. Coronado,
Yes.
what are you gonna do for ELA?
For ELA, right now, because of the improvement situation is on math, that's why we're going.
We're just gonna do it.
We're taking that route. English, and I've talked to Ms. Aguilar. I've talked to Ms. Aguilar about this. We have very, very good teachers. In fact, I sat down with Ms. Aguilar to go over the curriculum at the beginning of the year. Obviously, we want to hit the meets and masters, but again, there is no actual blue bonnet for that level. So we're actually getting just from different materials that we have to create the curriculum.
And when they analyzed our curriculum, they saw that what we're using, which is McGraw-Hill, plus we use the AP for the AP classes, the College Board classes. They realized that our numbers are moving in ELA. We went from 60 to 74%, and even our meets and masters are.
There's increases.
It's just the math where we're kind of stagnant.
Just an idea, we just did a training with Region 1, and it's about the open-ended questions, and it's across all 4 subjects. So just make sure you can inquire about that, and they did give it to the whole district, so it's elementary, middle school, high school. And I think that's gonna move us from the approaches to the meets and masters, and it should help the whole district.
We've already started some of those staff development. We just had one about 2 weeks ago on flips. So Region 1 came in and did a training on flips for math and ELA, because we know we're eventually gonna have to do something for ELA.
And that has been our weakness. The actual rigor when delivery of instruction happens has been one of our weaknesses, but we'll ask Region 1.
Yeah, because when we were talking to the Region 1 consultant, that's what they told us, it's not just our district, it's across
It's across,
the street.
yeah.
It's the writing component that's getting there, so we need to make sure we focus and we give the teachers and administrators the tools to be.
If you look at our STAR scores, you'll see that we are right on point with the state averages. So it's not just something
No,
here,
it's
it's
everywhere.
across the state.
And when you look at the writing component, because we saw it to the extent when you have the point, that's where we're missing it. They do the multiple choice, it's just the writing component, we're not using those points. Yeah. Okay, thank you, sir.
No problem. Any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? At this time, I need a motion for the target improvement plan.
This time, I make a motion to approve the orders of high school starting improvement plan as presented by Ms. Aguilar.
Second.
Motion by Garcia, second by Lefebvre, on the first side. Aye, motion passes. At this time, we'll go to U1, review and approve the door proposal. Mr. Hernandez.
Sir, good afternoon, Mr. President, members of the board. The district conducted a walkthrough of the submitted proposal from previously approved vendors. We did receive a updated proposal this afternoon. Previously, the vendor had requested more time, but I think it's sort of went good. This will include almost 99% of the doors that were reported on the Centennial by the principals to the door fields.
While he passes that, let me, to remind you that we went through the RFP process last time. Then you gave us the authority to go with the two companies. Then we brought those two companies to do the actual specs and look at the different doors, and then these are the prices.
Total price for both, 99% of the doors, $138,317. And this will come out from the state, grant.
When would they start?
Once to start it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I requested that they don't have a starting date, hopefully soon, maybe tomorrow, she will give me an exact date. The superintendent will provide that information.
Just remember that we have $1 million for the safety grant, so 138 will be used for the doors. Then we have the other one that's coming right now, which is actual fencing around the district.
Yeah, once they-
Including the fence for the field, all the fences.
No, for the
No, no, for the field, no, for the outside. That's gonna be something that we're gonna have to talk to Bella.
So the $1 million that we have, it's gonna be the doors, these are the doors for the whole district, right? That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Any other questions?
Outside the perimeter, yes, we'll take care of that fence in the back.
Yeah, we cannot use the safety grant for the fence for the stadium. That's gonna be.
You're talking about on the outside of the irrigation system then?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be part of it too.
Any other questions? Okay, this time I make a motion to approve, the proposal by Mr. Hernandez for the doors.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Garcia, D1, second by Ms. Flores, all in favor, say aye. Aye, motion passes. This time we're gonna review and approve the fence compliments.
Yes, sir, we follow the same process as well, for, we went up for proposals for qualified vendors, we received three proposals, Centerstone Services, Calidad Construction, which both of them are approved through purchasing co-op, and 365 Builders out of Mission, and they're general contractors. This time we're requesting approval of these three vendors, and then we're gonna have a walkthrough with them, and you can provide us with the proposal.
It would be the same as the doors, so that way we can compare prices. We bring the three, we'll do the walkthrough, then we'll bring you the quotes.
All right. Any other questions? Just make sure we compare apple with apple.
At this time, I make a motion to approve, not price to basically review, any bids for the fencing project.
Second.
Motion by Garcia, second by Flores, all in favor, say aye. Aye, at this time we'll do D3.
Yes, Mr. To request authorization to solicit bid for forced entry resistant film, which is this one. Basically, it's part of the school, as well as school standard, school safety standards, which requiring to have any windows or door that's large enough, if broken, anyone can enter to them, needs to have this type of window or film.
Are you sure it's a requirement?
Okay.
It's a requirement?
Yes.
Can I see it?
Can I see the phone?
Yes.
We're gonna go out for bids on this one.
I'll
to
do
you
it,
all.
right?
Yes, we're very gonna go out for it. We're asking for authorization to go out for bids. No, on that.
No, this is
one.
no. You're not an item.
This is new. We're gonna get three bids first.
Yes, we're gonna go out for this for that.
At this time, I make a motion to authorize Mr. Hernandez to solicit bids for the force entry resistant film.
Second.
Motion by Garcia, second by Flores, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
At this time we'll go to D4 for the bid for the copier services equipment.
Yes, sir, we're requesting authorization to solicit bids for copier service and equipment. The current contract or Xerox, the contract ends August 2025. Usually it takes time, like 2 months to get the equipment, so we want to start early. So we're requesting authorization to go out for bids.
Those are the printers.
What do we have right now?
Xerox.
Xerox?
Xerox.
Xerox.
The one that they give us.
How long have we been with Xerox?
Almost 6 years, I think.
Or all printers.
We do have a lot of
Really?
work orders for training, so we need to give service to the principals as well. That way we can get a feedback. from
Yeah,
them.
make sure you get feedback.
And from there, we also gonna come up with the evaluation sheet.
Yeah, then we'll evaluate on the service as well. No, I'm good.
There's verification.
Yeah, does I make a motion to authorize Mr. Hernandez to solicit bids for property service and equipment?
Garcia, motion, a second, Ms. Acosta, on favor, say aye. Aye, motion passes. This time, we're gonna be five, for the purchase call vendor for the high school fire alarm system.
So we received a visit from the fire marshal, and he required for the system to be repaired or replaced in order to pass inspection. Currently, our system is 20 years old, so there's no replacement part. We're gonna have to go get a new one. So we're requesting a first session to solicit quotes from approved purchasing call vendors.
Any questions?
Just, you know, it's gonna be around 160,000.
Is this covered with the safety grant? No, it's safety.
At this time, I'd like a motion to authorize Mr.
So-
Hernandez to solicit quotes for purchase. Hold on, go ahead.
Yes. So we don't have a fire system right now at the high school that works?
It's working, we have some system.
Failures?
Yes.
We just have a fire alarm, didn't we?
We purchased one at,
Only,
Yes.
can we, at every school station at West, like happy, like, what's?
no, we already fixed West, elementary, North, middle school. I think after, we did some repairs to middle school, but this one is the one that needs.
So the other half is passed.
There, okay.
So Joel, no, because Joel, I remember Joel, you did the walkthrough with the fire marshal, so everything passed except,
Yeah, well, it needs a lot of replacements.
What's your
but they still,
No, it's to get-
yes, but they passed at least, or,
No,
none of the elementaries?
No, we needed to,
Elementary
they were gonna do
passes.
another walkthrough, they were gonna do another checks, they had more quarters to be done, now they went to the last one, and they needed to replace the whole system.
Oh, what happened?
High school, yes.
On the
High
high
school.
Yeah, but we're talking about the elementaries.
No,
passed.
we're talking about the high school now.
No, no, I'm saying
Principal, are
that.
the alarms also on the fire?
High school.
For the high school, that's what estamos hablando, ¿de work?
Yes.
I got the one flood replaced, okay, good.
I mean, we can't-
May not yours? Ms. Garcia?
So they passed.
That's the thing, I mean, I know the word pass, I mean, pass could be many things. Okay.
I don't think the fire marshal really passed.
It was very strict, but that's what we.
Yeah. We need strict.
All right, at this time, make a motion to approve to allow Mr. Hernandez to solicit quotes to purchase the quote vendors for the high school fire alarm system.
Motion by Mr. Garcia, second by Martinez, on favor, say aye. Aye, motion passes. This will be good intruder. Detention audit report.
Intruder, this audit, for the DAEP and task, there was no issue. He was not able to enter, have access to the building and the doors are working.
We're gonna pass on.
Just for information, we had a meeting back in December. Last week, we submitted already the plan for the high school, for the high school has some doors. And part of the plan was this has a proposal for the doors that are gonna be fixed, so we're gonna start with the high school first, which is the one that needs the most.
Is this the one that they had talked about like 3 years ago? There was one?
Yes.
Okay. And this is the one we're fixing with the doors?
This is the one that we're fixing.
Right? Those just reporting those information.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, at this time, make a motion to approve the intruder detection audit report as presented by Mr. Hernandez.
Motion Garcia, second Martinez, on favor, say aye. Motion passes. This time, we're gonna have this for the high school football stadium change order.
Okay, we have Mr. George Lassiter. As you know, I don't like the word change order, so we were talking about it right now. Mr. Lassiter would like to call it something differently, so Mr. Lassiter.
That means we need more and more.
No, we're gonna call it a change of scope. And the reason I'm referring to that way is the price that was provided by Ellis for the curb improvement project included its owner's contingency. That's an amount of money that's already built into the price for extras that might come up. And as of now, there is no anticipation of anything else that might come up as a surprise. So there's still that $30,000 contingent, that's there. And one of the suggestions was potentially using that to completely replace our goalposts instead of using the old ones. And that has come in at $29,847, so it's within that.
The percentage of the change.
Exactly. If we don't use this, at the end, there's gonna be a deducted change order where we don't spend the money. But at this time, everything's gonna be new, except the goalpost, and that's how this conversation started. So we'd like to recommend that you all consider putting in new goalposts at that football field as part of this project. And if not, we'll keep the old ones, and at the end, there's gonna be a cost savings.
So the 30,000 would go to waste, that's what you're saying?
No. At the end, if you don't use it, that money is never gets spent.
So that's what we're gonna do, like, prove it that it doesn't get used.
Exactly.
What else are we missing?
Yeah.
At this point, everything's pretty much covered on account. No, I don't think there's gonna be any more, we're gonna come in for change orders or anything like that. If we don't do anything at this time, that owner's contingency will not be spent, and at the close of the project, there's gonna be a deduct to the total price.
But that would be only for the field and turf, right? We wouldn't be able to use that amount like for the restaurants?
No,
No.
that's not.
That would be a separate project.
Yeah, that's.
Mr. Lazo, you did review everything now, right? Everything has been reviewed by the attorney, by everyone, and you're covering everything. We're not missing.
I'm not sure when those goalposts were placed there.
They're probably the original ones when the field was constructed. But like I said, it's something that was brought up. It's like I said, it's not gonna increase your present contract amount with Ellis. That cost is already
So with
incorporated.
the 29,847, we're at what total right now?
Yes, that is part of the contingency. That was part of the process.
No, what's total we're at right now? Más o menos.
It's
That is even when you review the contract.
That 100%?
Can we leave it for the
That 100%?
That's it, no more.
100%.
100% extra.
You remember that?
I've been talking to Palace. In fact, I've been super involved in the process of the project. They just called because they wanted to know if you wanted to replace.
Because it's already there, there shouldn't be a reason why we're debating it.
No, in reality, that was just a question.
That's just a question for them.
They were not pushing for it. The only thing is.
We want everything new, we don't want to half-ass anything.
The only thing is, if we don't decide today, then that can have an impact on the actual project, because they have to take it and then cover it and bring the new one, so.
Yeah, we're gonna prove it to prove it now.
Yes.
Exactly, because their demolition.
It's not gonna be another holdup.
Exactly, and what they're saying is, their schedule is such that if it doesn't get approved, it's gonna hinder them from moving and completing the project on time, if it gets done at a later time. But as far as where we're at, the original bid for the turf project was $1,236,000. And if you don't recall, we had a special meeting for that stabilization portion, that's $150,000. So right now, we're at $1,386,000. So that's where we're at.
Just so everybody can be on the same page, the 29 is already
Included.
in there.
Included under there.
1.386.
Yes,
It's already included there.
it's already included, the money's there.
And is that a reasonable price? Because you're the expert.
Yes,
It is?
it is.
Was that me también?
Almost, we don't approve, it's gonna be more hold than we can hold back. We
No, I
haven't,
mean, if
Pues sí, pero no nos podemos estar poniendo a hacer.
Sí, pero that's what, if you went with 100% where it was working, we can't stop anymore. We have graduations.
But that's why he's gonna push the audit for me too, because we don't have the field on the audit. Mr. Lasso.
Helen told me that if we decide to move forward, we're gonna have those old ones to use.
If you were to go practice field somewhere else, that those become.
You're already-
It's gonna be ours.
Already,
That is-
already the school district, yes.
Any questions?
Okay, at this time, I make a motion to approve the high school football stadium change order as presented by Mr. Lasso.
Can you see, Steve, give us?
Oh,
To the mark.
for $29,847.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Garcia, second by Mr. Flores, all in favor, say aye. Motion passes. At this time, thank you, Mr. George.
Thank you very much. What I'll do is, I'll go ahead and put an email to Ellis indicating the actions that were taken by this board to allow them to proceed with that, and I'll copy to Mr. Coronado and of course, Mr. Hernandez, so it's on the record.
Perfect.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.
We're gonna find out something, catch this person, so we-
Yes, sir. Total cash disbursement for the month of December, $701,948.52.
You guys have time to review disbursements, any questions, ladies and gentlemen?
I do have a question.
Go
Are we staying within the budget for, like, athletic, like, all like expenditures, and I just wanna make sure that, how is it going?
We are, but we're starting to pay for soccer games, for instance. I believe they're gonna play in Santa Maria tomorrow, I'm not sure how much we're gonna pay. So that money was not planned at the beginning of the year, we were not sure if we were gonna move forward with the track in the field. Let me sit down with Ivan, he hasn't said anything that is alarming at this point, but I know that we're spending a little bit more because of that, I'm not sure it was the full charge.
No, they didn't charge us.
So it was, I'm gonna have to see that, but up to now, I didn't see any concerns from the department. Now, if it gets to a point where the soccer team goes to the playouts and then goes to state, we're gonna have to pay for hotel and all of that, but it's gonna be reflected there.
Any other questions? Calling the motion for,
At this time, I make a motion to approve cash disbursements as presented by Mr. Hernandez.
motion by Mr. Garcia, second by Mr. Martinez, all in favor, say aye. Motion passes. Investment reports,
Total current earnings for the month, $40,287, which brings our balance for investment to $10,440,000. This requires approval.
questions?
At this time, I make a motion to approve the investment report as presented by Mr. Hernandez.
Motion by Mr. Garcia. Second by Mr. Martinez, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Tax collection?
This is like the November and December tax collection report. Total collected today, 1.2 million, with total taxes outstanding of 2.9 million.
On this, I thought we were gonna get Robert Garza to do the report on this.
Robert Garcia was gonna do the
December?
statement, but it's gonna be in February. But it's not reflecting this year, it's reflecting the ones that.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
All right, at this time, I make a motion to approve the tax collection by Mr. Hernandez.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Garcia, second by Mr. Flores, all in favor, say aye. Do we have a budget update? Amendment? No? Okay, budget update.
Budget update, total revenue received, 6.6 million, total expenditures, 5.6, with encumbrance of 2.4 million.
This is just update information, right?
It's no big. All right, this time we're gonna do one order, the election for the May 4th, 2025, general election for place 1, 2, and 3.
Mr. Board President, just a little correction here, the election is going to be May 3rd. So when we do the motion, it will be.
Just May 3rd, that's fine. Is there right, correct?
Is there 1, 2,
Okay, at this time, I make a motion to approve the order of elections for May 3rd, 2025, for the general election for trustee places 1, 2, and 3.
Second.
Motion by Garcia, second by Martinez, all in favor, say aye. Aye, motion passes. At this time, we authorize the superintendent to enter a contract with the Allen County Elections Department to oversee and manage the May 2025 elections.
This time I make a motion to authorize the superintendent to enter into a contract with the County of Hidalgo Elections Department to oversee and manage the May 2025 election.
Motion Garcia, second Martinez, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. This time is 7:05, and we get executive.